Following him, don't forget Sandman. Final game, it goes to the far outside too. They're off the turn. Here comes Journalism. Here comes Sovereignty. And they square off, heading to the final furlong of the Kentucky Derby. Final gamut in Baeza, trying to close in late. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism has to fight back. Journalism has lost the lead to Sovereignty. It's time for the Royal Blue to don some red. Sovereignty wins the Derby.
Well, there you have it. Sovereignty wins the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby. Good evening. I'm Lee Searcy. Thank you for joining us. This year's Derby was quite the memorable one as we fought the rain all day long. It made for a sloppy track, but still a great race. Our Megan Mannering and Larry Smith recap this year's Run for the Roses.
Well, Kentucky Derby 151 is now in the books. The Run for the Roses was thrilling as always. Despite the rain and the muck and the mud and everything, it's still in the end, it showed why it is the best 2 minutes in sports anywhere.
Visually stunning just to see that mud flinging up as the horses are racing around the track. And all day long we heard journalism. That was the favorite. But in the end, it was Sovereignty who pulled ahead to become Kentucky Derby 151, the new champion. With trainer Bill Mott, this was huge for him, kind of the official first place finish at the Derby, and then jockey Junior Alvarado, a huge win for Sovereignty. But there were also a lot of other storylines happening throughout the day, right?
Yeah, there really were. Journalism coming in second, Baeza coming in third. Bob Baffert, by the way, returning from a 3-year suspension. His one injury, Citizen Bull, led in the first half of the race, but slipped off late, finishing just 15th out of 19 entries in this race.
That's right. Let's talk attendance, because despite the inclement weather, there were still more than 147,000 spectators. And it was kind of hilarious to see everybody donning the ponchos. We saw ponchos on fascinators and hats, ponchos all over the place. And the weather, I mean, that's definitely something that we will remember. There was a drizzle throughout the day. Like we said, the conditions of the track downright sloppy.
Yeah, and so the first leg of the Triple Crown is now in the books. We now look ahead to the second leg of the Triple Crown. That is the Preakness in Baltimore, coming up in just a couple of weeks at Pimlico.
Yeah, but the first Saturday in May, you cannot beat the atmosphere here at Churchill Downs. For Larry Smith, I'm Megan Mannering. We'll send it back to you.
Like we said, we saw a rainy Derby and rainy bluegrass in general. Let's send it over to Emily McKinney for an update on what we can expect going into Sunday. Hey, Emily.
Haley, absolutely. Derby Day was almost a washout. Maybe not quite the rainiest day we have ever seen. We'll take a look at that in the main weather segment. But as you can see, we're still tracking the rain showers out there even now late this evening. Most of these continue to press on over into eastern Kentucky. We still have a few more isolated or spotty showers back over to the west. So we're still going to be dealing with these isolated to scattered showers off and on throughout the night. I think a good chunk of your Sunday morning starts dry, and then we kind of rinse and repeat and do it all over again. High temperatures today really didn't move much at all. We stayed in the low to the mid 60s. It got to about 66 degrees in London, 67 in Jackson, only got to 63 here in Lexington, and over at Churchill Downs only got up to about 65 degrees, where they had just kind of that light, steady drizzle for most of the day today. Future track, of course, shows a lot of those showers moving on out of the region. As we enter your Sunday morning, we start off with a lot of clouds. We'll call it overcast. That low wraps around, sends us more scattered showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms as we move into the evening. So you've got to keep those umbrellas around again tomorrow, again Monday. In fact, we're giving a 70% chance of rain on Monday. Temperature is even cooler. We might finally get some sunshine on Tuesday and beyond. We'll take a look at that 8-day forecast in minutes.
Despite all the wet weather, celebrities from all over the place came to celebrate Derby 151. Our Lauren Miner caught up with some big names on the red carpet.
We got to talk about the outfit, man, because you are killing it here. I mean, you caught my eye as soon as you stepped on the carpet.
Oh, yeah. I had a vision for this right here. I wanted to keep it a little cowboy stylish, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I put that LV denim together.
All right, what are you most looking forward to today?
Probably a drink.
A drink? Are you going to do a mint julep, or is that not really your thing? A mint julep? It's the Kentucky. It's not fruity.
I'll get him to put it in a Dixie cup. It'll be fine. Nobody will know. There's not any flowers in it or anything.
There's some mint and bourbon.
I just won't tell anybody.
Okay, that's fine. No one will know. Hey, any message for your Wildcats fans back there? Because we sure miss you. We miss you a lot.
Just go Cats. Excited to see what y'all can get done this year. Excited for the team. I was back in Lexington at Keeneland a couple weeks ago, so it was good to connect with some of the coaches and see some of the recruits. But I'm excited. I'll probably be there for the home opener.
I like the blue today. Was that for your Wildcats?
You can't go wrong with the Cats. They're always blue. So it's good. I picked for the Cats. There was some other option, but I said no, I think I like the blue. I'll go with the blue.
So what are you most looking forward to today?
Watching Hunter experience losing all of his money at the Derby.
All of it?
Right before the wedding. Right before he gets married, yeah. Don't worry about this.
It's just been such an iconic event for the past 151 years, if I'm not mistaken. That's crazy. I'm very excited to see what today is all about. Maybe next year I'll come back and play some bets, but today I'm just going to sit back, have a mint julep, and watch.
What made you come out this year? Why this year?
So Toby Keith was a good friend of mine. When it came to just being a solid dude and standing up for what you believed in and being a patriot and I'm a big supporter of veterans and active duty guys and girls, and he was just the top of the food chain when it came for that, standing for what you believe in. So they were trying to get me off the farm, and I was kind of dead set against it, and then I found out his horse was running, and I was like, you know what, we'll go.
Celebrations continued throughout the Bluegrass. LEX 18's AJ Patel spent his very first Derby hanging out with fans, cheering and betting on the horses at Keeneland.
The party on Derby Day isn't just at Churchill Downs.
I mean, there's music, there's food, there's lots of other people. It's just so nice because I feel like it's a perfect way to relax and get to talk and then watch some horses race.
Keeneland also hosts a Derby celebration, and horse racing fans from near and far say they appreciate how it's a different vibe here compared to the racetrack an hour and a half down the road.
It's going to be less hectic and all the history here, and just it's my happy place so far.
Katie Guide from Illinois tells me this is her first time coming to Keeneland since she was 5 years old. Since then, she's been hooked on horses. Guide tells me it's a breath of fresh air, being around other like-minded fanatics.
It's so nice to even hear conversations around you about people talking about horses like they do football, like the Bears.
It's almost the scenery. I mean, if you look at the track, versus Churchill Downs, versus a lot of the other tracks around the country, where it's kind of more of an urban environment, right? Keeneland has its own character.
Derek Little tells me every time he comes back to Keeneland, they have more to offer.
They do their best to try to make this a family-friendly experience. They even have something for the kiddos.
Good opportunity to bring the family in. A lot of times you have relatives that come from out of state in different years, and they join. You kind of show Kentucky off to them.
In Lexington, AJ Patel, LEX 18 News.
And the celebrations didn't just stop here in Lexington. People in our state's capital came out today in the rain to celebrate Frankfurt's Derby Festival. Despite all the rain, the fun did go on. All vendors, restaurants, and live music just moved to indoor locations. The event had shopping, pedal for the Posies race, signature Derby cocktails, and a lot more. The Derby train, a classic Derby tradition, rolled through downtown, and kids got a chance to wave hello. The celebration took place from 10 a.m. until 1 this afternoon. Coming up, we're going to get a more in-depth look at your storm tracker forecast with Emily up next. Stay with us.